Good morning, Pulsicans. How are we doing today out there in crypto land, mainly Pulse Chain land? A little bit of a green candle again today. I think the start of altcoin season may be upon us, but what the hell do I know? Guys, I'm just a dude on the internet. It's never financial advice, but this is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between our real estate entrepreneurs, our crypto friends, and we're going to use cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool and use real estate as a wealth preservation tool, guys. And we're just fun to be on this ride, and it's super exciting. My internet is laggy. Let's see if we can fix this. Hold on real quick. I'm going to stop cam. I'm just going to try to fix this, guys, before proceeding, because when it lags like that, it bothers me. At least want the video to be caught up. Nope, the video's still behind. Come on. We are going to go into an emergency. No, it's looks like we're caught up. I was about to yank the monitor and this camera right off and stream from my laptop. If I had to do it, guys, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the job done, because be savage, not average. That's what we do here in the DeFi Crypto Alliance show. And we are on a mission, guys, where we're going to change the trajectory of our family tree. Break the chains, the curse of mediocrity, because we are the chosen one in our family lineage to forever make generational wealth. And it's going to be a fun ride, guys. And so thank you so much for all you guys joining me for this ride. You guys make the show. You guys are the community. You guys make these assets too. The community is the asset, not the code. It's a very true statement. Learned that from Sami. He's a great guy. But guys, man, what is going on out there? Everybody was wrong about the 50 basis point drop. Stocks are pumping. The Russell's looking great. Crypto everywhere is doing good. Finally, Ethereum seems to be catching a small little bit of a bid. I don't know. Maybe Vitalik singing got the Jeters out, and then now we can go up. I don't know. Don't sing anymore, Vitalik. Unless it worked. I guess they got the Jeters out, and now we go up. One could argue that, yeah, every time we have problems with some bag holders, you could sing. So, well, let's go to the chat. And then today is Open Mic Show. This is your show where you guys get to come on and we can talk about anything crypto, anything mindset, anything diet, health. I'm big into health right now. My calves are freaking killing me this morning. I did a leg day yesterday. It didn't really affect me. And then I did a 4-mile run this morning. Now it's affecting me. I'm like, oh, crap. Noted. Leg day followed by a run sucks. But it's good, man. It's good for the body, right? So come on, let's talk about anything, you guys want to talk about. And Pulse Chain, the stocks, the 50 basis point drop. And real quick, before I drop the invite, the StreamYard invite, let's go visit the secret chart. After we visit the secret chart, we're going to visit the chat, and then we're going to put the invite in. So let me share screen. Guys, this is what you really come here for. I know it. No one shows you the goods the way I show you the goods. This is it. This is all you need to know. Look how easy it is. Guys, can we make it any more easier? This is it. All right? I mean, I would think there would be a bit of a pullback to come and retest. But man, the secret chart, put it online, put it on the weekly. This is all you need to know. You don't need to know anything else but this right here. This is the data point that you got to know. For me, I'm a simpleton. I need to step back and see the greater picture, and this is it. because I'm bullish on ETH, guys. That shit ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. The Bears are wrecked. Like the title in the stream. The Bears are wrecked. All right. Uh-oh. There it goes. Oh, the internet's going to be the death of me today. It has been this way all week, guys. Jeez, man. I don't know what's going on. Let's visit the chat. I'm seeing some good comments real quick. Matty B, man, good job on reading The Untethered Soul. A good follow-up book, if you're interested, is The Surrender Experiment, also written by Michael Singer. I don't know if you're in the U.S. If you are, you could fly to Gainesville, Texas. He has a temple there, and you could really take all these concepts and go much deeper with him there in person and with meditations, and it's absolutely phenomenal. But, man, great job. I've read that book probably about, I want to say 5 times, because I really want to, like, there's so many different points in there that I'm trying to, implement into my life and also implement into my meditations, right? It's not something that, even though it changed my life in 2022, it's not something that is you become a master of like that. Like, we're human. Like, we're used to like fighting and clawing our way to everything in life, right? And it's hard to like surrender to the greater being, whether you believe in the universe or God. I believe in God. It's hard for us humans to surrender and go with the flow and let that higher power guide us to success. It's a very uncomfortable feeling, especially in the beginning. It's still uncomfortable for me. And I got to look for the clues sometimes and be like, okay, God, is that what you're trying to show me here? And man, I don't know, that feels uncomfortable. Now that's probably the right decision. That's the way it goes. Red Squirrel, oi, oi. I mean, case in point, man. Coming in the Pulse Chain and doing all the shit with you guys. You think that shit was comfortable? Dude, like reading that book and the thereafter like experiences I had and listening to God like brought me into this ecosystem. None of that shit was comfortable. You guys, man, got me freaking wrecked. Not you guys. It was me. I got myself wrecked. But it was fun, and we're doing amazing now because we got some green skies, blue skies, green pastures, blue skies ahead. So, but it was uncomfortable, man. You know what I mean? And there are those days, right? We've had to really keep the faith here. So, Beastwell, what's up? Yo. And we got Ruth. How we doing? Beastwell? It's good on our side. Yes, I agree, man. Pump the likes. Come on, hit the likes, hit the subscribe, guys. I'm going to drop in the Open Mic Friday chat here in a minute as soon as I visit all you guys, because once I do that, I'm not going to be able to visit and say hi. People start talking, and then it's game over. Danny Chop, what's up? Howdy. How we doing? Jonathan, yo. Duke of Booze. Cheers, everyone. I will cheers with my protein shake that I just had. So keeping it healthy, man. Corey, can you put the link for joining? Yeah, I'm going to put it in, actually. That way you guys can start coming in the green room. Yeah, let me do this. Copy. You guys can start coming in the green room while I'm still visiting the chat. There it is, guys. This is for you. This is your show. We have about 50 minutes. So come on in and let's talk. Keep up the spiritual talk. It starts with us. Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people appreciate it, man. Some do. Some really appreciate it. Some don't. Everyone has their own different beliefs. I try not to go too heavy on it on the show, because the show is supposed to be about crypto, right? And wealth creation and wealth preservation with real estate and stuff like that, the back end. So I try to keep it a little bit light, but it's part of who I am. It's my values. It's part of my makeup, man. It's, what I'm here doing. And so I appreciate that, Crypto Bigfoot. I do. I really do. It's awesome. Good morning, sir. Mitch, how we doing, my friend? Mitch had a great question today. Won't you guys come on this stream and we're going to answer his question. I asked, is today a good day to DCA? What do you guys think? Do you think there's some red candles coming up? Because it's hard, man. You want to DCA red days, and you want to buy red days, And then when you're looking to sell, you sell green. You're not going to sell right now, right? We're not nearly off the bottom enough to be thinking about selling, but something to think about, guys. We can talk about on the show. I'm ready for the run. Let's go, bro. Come on, man. Let's do it, dude. What do you take from RH asking if you're sold on the double? Man, that's just part of his saying, bro. Like, he's like, you could have sold on a double. 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 I think it's like 13 times hex on the initial run when it did its 10,000x. Like, it's like 13 doubles you could have like gone and sold on and made, money. And you wouldn't experience that massive pump. But like a lot of traders, they play that way, right? Like the whole B roots, the law of meme coins. You know what I mean? They sell on a double and then they get their initial back, and maybe they sell on a double or triple to get some profit, and they keep up that ladder, right? And then that's where he's coming in with that. And so yeah, crypto. Let's go. Biceps in the chat, man. I'm trying, bro. We're working on them. I'm not gonna flex them on stream yet until I'm proud. We're getting there, though. We are getting there, man. Long pulse, man, baby. I am long pulse X. God, you guys see Pulse X is top 10 total value locked in the entire crypto space. This is just the beginning, guys. Oh my God, Pulse X is going to be sick. It's the sleeper, the RH ecosystem. Could be wrong. I don't know. Could be Hex. Could be Ink. I got a nice bag of Pulse X, though. And I'm ready for it, man. And I'm ready for Mr. Frank Conversations here on the stage. What is the good word, Frank? How are you doing, my man? What's going on? I can't hear you. I hope it's not on my end. It could be my end. My setup is not. Oh, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? All right, thanks.
Yeah, but I don't see you.
I don't know what the deal is with there we are.
I'll tell you, Frank, it's in the universe right now where technology, as far as streaming and like internet, I've had problems all week. Like we're doing our master class this week, which is a lot of newbies coming up, and it's a lot of, we have like 80 people showing up every day. And man, it's like every day there's always some technical difficulty issue. It's just in the air right now.
Maybe it has something to do with the eclipse.
Dude, seriously, man, we had the blood moon, right? Like, and this just kind of like puts different waves in the atmosphere. But I like what it's doing for markets. So if my internet has to be wrecked for us to pump, let's do it. Wreck the internet. Wreck it.
Well, it does look like the bottom is in on PHEX, right? Because you got a higher low, so that's exciting.
It is exciting.
And this time with the green candles feels the best. Like we had them in March, right? But this feels the best because you actually feel like this could be the start of something really good.
Yeah.
So, curb your enthusiasm, but still, it's. I think that we got an exciting, year ahead of us.
Yeah, it just feels so good, man, because a lot of us have been DCAing, right? And it's painful sometimes to dig deep and do a DCA, which I've been doing. Like, literally, man, I DCA'd some of my tax money I owe the 3-letter agency, but like, don't tell them that. But like, I'll be all right. Like, I got more money coming in next month, and I'll pay them. And then I got to October 15th. And so I'll get them paid, taken care of, no worries there. But like, yeah, man, it just feels good because it just sucks catching the falling knife. You do a DCA, and then it goes down 20%. You're like, God. You're like, all right, and it goes down and maybe another 10%. And then the next month, or maybe it's like a week or two later, you do another DCA. It's like, then it goes down again. It's like, man, and you want to like you want to get as big a bag as possible. You know that if you want to catch the massive upside, you got to get as close to the bottom as possible. Like, you want to try to, right? Like, but without catching that falling knife. And it's tough, man. It just gets so exhausting. And I think a lot of us are very exhausted when it comes to that, and it's good that if we start going up, it still could. Actually, this might lead to one of my questions, Frank. And Mitch was asking this, Mitch in the comments. Do you think it's a good time to DCA now, even though we're going up?
Yeah, I do, because you're still as close to the bottom as you can get. I mean, we're only what 20% off the bottom, right? Something like that. Like
Hex has already done a double.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing I was going to say with Hex. It's so important now, even at this low. Look, all right, if Hex has done a double and it does 100x from the bottom, now you're only going to get a 50x. So I think it's still okay to. I've been coming to terms with that myself, even though I've been dollar cost averaging for over a year easily. I'm not afraid to get in here now, and I think it's okay. And the other thing we have to look at is and you said this the other day, and I hear this a lot. Crypto will go higher than you ever expected and lower than you ever expected. Well, it certainly went lower than I ever expected this cycle. And I'm just putting this out there to the universe that it goes higher than I ever expected this cycle. So,
right. Well, if you would think, yin and yang, for it to balance out, you would think it would go as higher than you have ever expected, but who knows? We don't know the future. But I believe you're right. I agree with you 100%, man. We're never going to catch the perfect bottom anyways. I mean, you might with one small bullet, like it's possible.
Yeah.
But like with your entire bag or what you've been dollar cost averaging in with, I mean, it's like you're not going to catch the perfect bottom, nor are you going to sell the perfect top when you're DCing out, in the bull run. It's just you might catch a small bullet out at the perfect top because of your timing, but like you're just not in crypto. You just need the meat in the middle, man. That's really what you're looking for, is that meat in the middle. A 50x. I mean, Mitch, I don't think he's going to be too upset if he gets a 50x versus the 100x, right? He probably put a bullet down there in the low. He puts another bullet now, and then it averages out. So say you put one bullet in at the bottom, you get a 100x there, and you put another bullet after it doubles. Well, that's 50x. Well, what's your average? 75x. I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so now there is a certain point that I would say the DCA for like I look at my portfolio and I'm like, okay, how much more coins am I able to accumulate with my DCAs? And right now it's still pretty impactful, but there will be a point where my dollar or my economic energy just doesn't get that coins coins anymore for a percentage of my portfolio. It just doesn't make the impact that it's worth anymore. And so there is a tipping point for me on my portfolio where I'm like, DCAing does not make any sense anymore. I'm just kind of like, I'm on that money. I might get a triple, 5x, but I've already got so much money in there. There is a point that for me that it goes.
That point, what you could do is that's your short-term trading income money. Why not?
And that's true too.
You know what I mean? Like if it's better than fiat and you think you're going to get a 2x or a 3x,
right?
Or on the way up, you're just buying and getting out. It's probably not a bad idea. I did that last cycle a little bit,
Yeah.
And why
you
not?
can do that in the bull run. Yeah, in the bull run, you can go in there and make your quick 2x's. Or even 50% gains. Like, where do you make 50% gains anywhere, right? Like, in such a short period of time. Like, even like, it's ridiculous.
Especially if you see and get good chart TA from all the great TA people in our community, if you and outside of the community too, if you see that something is in a bull flag and is going to take off, you do. I did that with Phantom. You could do it on a swing trade and win or lose, but you watch for the, that's when you just go hyper sniper right there and you're only in for a double, and you put whatever in.
It's not part of your long-term hodl bag anymore.
Right.
Strategy.
Different mindset.
Dylan's got a point. He goes, if you're big enough, you can call the tops and call the bottoms because you make them. He's got a point. In fact, I think we all might know a certain somebody who has the power to do that, and I believe he's done it before. And who knows? Maybe he'll do it again. So it's very interesting to think about, But or when somebody who is big enough, who can make bottoms or tops, actually post on Twitter that, hey, I think the top is in, and he's a big enough player. You can be like, this guy, maybe I just follow along with this guy because he's smarter than money. He's smarter money than me.
Corey, go like this with your camera. You're a little bit blurry.
Oliver, telling you all week this week, man, it is just it's Friday. It is Friday, thank God. Let the equipment rest.
Of course.
What's up, Norbert? How we doing, brother?
All good, all good. And you?
I am truly blessed, my friend. Truly blessed.
I know you are. Because you deserve it.
Yes, you too, man. You're out there in that sunshine. Look at that, man.
Yeah, we came with my missus to like a romantic hotel out of the countryside. I barely have any signal here, so.
It's working, man. You're looking good. You're sounding good. What's the good word, man?
I was trying to short gold and it went against me. It just keeps pumping higher and higher, man.
Oh, you know what, man? I would have shorted it too. What's his name? Bob Lucas. He's an OG Bitcoiner, and he's the one that he was one of the first ones that came up with the 4-year cycle, or he spotted the 4-year cycle in crypto and Bitcoin. And he's like, he's about to go short on gold. He's saying gold is going to have a left translated cycle, and that it should start getting wrecked when crypto really starts taking off. So I think your short is right. Just could be a little bit timing is a little bit off on it. But I don't think you were incorrect with your analysis there by any stretch of the measure.
Yeah, it's just reaching new all-time highs. Somebody's in discovery mode, like you don't know where the top is anymore. It's just
exactly.
Keep climbing. But yeah, it's nice to see that our ecosystem is going up as well. Finally, some positive.
Yeah, man, it's super exciting.
Green candles, double digits, whatever.
I gotta ask Dylan real quick, man. I thought Hex was your only investment, bro. I thought you were a Hex maxi. So
what's up with that, Dylan?
What you got gold, dude? Like, bro, like, man, dude, I played your rap song on stream. I played your rap song, bro. Man, I can't believe you. All right, he likes jewelry, man. All right, go make some gold. Get some hex shaped gold necklaces.
Necklace, yeah, or some bling bling.
Right. So I mean, no, man. I mean, I think your analysis was. I think you were right, man. Because Bob Lucas is calling the top. I saw him do it yesterday. He says we're right there. I mean, I don't know. I don't play the metal markets. I don't own any.
One thing is they saying that the demand for gold is significantly higher than what the mines can produce at the moment, because all the institutions, banks, like some hedge funds, probably some pension funds, they all try to get some of it.
Well, and also too, people run to gold, Norbert, when they think the economy is going to crack, and so people got a little bit, I think, scared of the 50 basis point drop, and so like a lot of people probably went and bought gold, like because of that. I mean, and of course the crowd's always wrong, and we're kind of seeing that right now. That the crowd's always wrong, because we're seeing risk on assets, including the stock market, absolutely catch a bid. It's absolutely amazing what we're seeing. I think this is the start of the next part of the bull run, and that 50 point basis point drop, 50 point basis point drop. Geez, it's a mouthful. Is what initiated this next altcoin season / bull run. Yeah, I think the consensus, the crowd consensus is wrecked. And so I think that's also.
But did you see on that day when Jerome announced the numbers, and then gold shoot up to like 2,600, and then after that it dropped 50 points, $50 value on the same day.
That's a lot.
And I'm like, something is not right here, because like if what you're saying, well, probably is right what you're saying. But on that day, there was so much manipulation, because they took it up all the way, and then there you go, some bling bling.
He's got a gold.
Mister, when you gonna quit smoking? Seriously, you need to quit smoking.
Yeah, he's gonna start making rap songs about freaking gold now, man. I got no interest in playing your rap songs anymore, kind sir. I was super excited for the Hex one.
What? I mean, come on, you know?
Oh man, so he does got a little bit of gold there. That's
Yeah.
all right. Well,
55 grams.
Yeah, Norbert's trying
18
to
karat.
short that shit, man. Won't you sell it so you can help short the market?
Gee whiz.
Oh,
Yeah, they're
man.
gonna print more money, so gold's probably gonna go up for a while.
Yeah. People are gonna flock to it, man. It's along with other stuff. So, what's going on, Dylan? How you doing, brother?
I mean, I'm doing all right, you know. I like what's happening with the prices. That's fun.
Me too. Me too, sir.
Uh,
I think your Hex song. I think I got in my blood, man, because my last DCA, dude, I did it when 0x Steph, like when he tweeted.
okay.
Like, my last DCA was mainly in Hex, and it was like right around that when you created the Hex song, and I'm like, I think that like subconsciously got in my head, dude. I was like, all right, I just don't fucking buy Hex today.
Very base, sir.
Yeah, and then it starts fucking pumping like crazy. So, which is awesome. Super, super exciting.
Yeah. So it looks like Ink's getting a little love today, which is nice. About time. Ink's been depressed lately versus Hex, so
Oh yeah,
a little relief bounce.
I mean they all will. I mean, maybe except for Pulse. Pulse is the only one that really. I mean, it did like a full 5x in that little altcoin season, the pre-Bitcoin halving altcoin season. Did 5x.
Yeah,
it's the slowest one, and I've come to terms with that now. And it could be because Richard likes to keep the gas fees cheap. I mean, I don't know. That's Brizology's theory. Who knows? But I still got a bag of it, and I'm going to keep holding on to it and see what happens.
Nice. Yeah, I don't have very much Pulse.
I know you don't. I know where you stand, and that's why I was shocked about your gold investment.
What, man? Yep, got gold Cuban band, my gold ring with diamonds. You know, like
Oh man!
This-
All right, open up your
this
mouth.
has been passed down.
Gold in there? Any gold teeth way in the back?
No gold teeth. No, my teeth are no gold teeth.
Let's
Maybe
not
a grill. I don't know. I mean, depends on how ghetto I want to get, I guess.
Also depends on how high Hex goes this cycle too.
Sure. Yeah.
Did Hex go lower than you ever expected, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, I bought a lot, a couple months ago. So, like, yeah, I was expecting it to not go lower. So, but it is what it is. So,
that also means it's probably going to go higher than you expect too.
yeah, definitely. I was having a chat today or a conversation in chat today in Bear Chat, most poppin' chat, by the way.
I'm in there.
Some guy was asking about how much it takes to pump like Pulse and stuff, and it's got some pretty decent liquidity versus all the stable coins and all that stuff, and
Sure.
relative to the other RH assets, Hex is the easiest to pump, right? So like $10 million of just Pulse, no stables, would mean like a 4x in Hex price. But if you do $10 million with stables, it probably adds up to like a 6x for just Hex, right? Which is pretty wild to think about. That's not a lot. It's pretty cheap.
And then you initiate all the FOMO. Did you? I think you did see it. Hexologist had it was very, what's the right word I'm looking for? Like, it was alpha, right? Like, it was pure alpha.
Sure.
Hexologist was talking about how, like, everything's tied to Pulse. Like, all your, what we call, I don't like to call them shit coins, because I do like a lot of them out there.
All your alts.
All your alts on Pulse Chain are tied to Pulse and PulseX. Not a lot of them are tied to Hex. I mean, some of them are, but not much. And like when Hex starts really ripping, what's going to happen is Pulse, they're going to be lagging, so they're not going to be getting a lot of love, and so are those alts. What's all those alt communities going to do, man? I mean, they see these massive green candles on Hex, and these guys, a lot of them, and as you know, Dil, a lot of them were Hexicans, or they're still partial Hexicans, or like they're still kind of in the community, like I get it. They might have fudded out some, but like they're gonna come running back. Like it's gonna pile on top of those green candles. And it's like to your point, there's not a lot of liquidity. But man, I read that tweet from Hexologist. I think that tweet was also like another man. He hit the nail on the head there. I was like, holy shit, that is right.
Yep.
You got the whole ecosystem tied together to the spear, and then there's Hex over here just kind of hanging out, and everyone kind of forgot about it. And it's going to be interesting, guys. It's going to be an interesting end of the year, I think. Yeah,
I could not agree more. Yep. I've been, the guys that know have known that for a while now. So, pretty nice observation by Hexo.
Have you convinced Mortz the Disgrace to DCA into Hex yet?
Yeah, he DCA'd into Hex, I think last month around 004, 0045-ish.
Oh, he picked up a bag.
Yeah, he has Hex. Yeah.
Maybe he can use that to pay Buck one day.
Yeah, that's what I've been telling him. Yes. Yeah, he owes still 40 grand. So
Oh my God, that's so great, man. I love it.
Fucking Mortz. Anyways, yeah, this guy never stops fudding. He buys Hex, doesn't stop fudding, loves to fud all day, every day. Yeah.
Hey, yeah, it's gonna be black. Man, you not coming to New York, man? That's easy for you, man. Straight up the East Coast.
Probably not. I mean,
straight up the East Coast, man. It's one flight.
I know it's easy, right? But I'm not gonna go by myself. I have to pay for somebody else, and
bring the old lady. That is fine. Bring the old lady.
You're a successful entrepreneur, man. You got a platform running,
It could be a long date. It could be like a date night, 2 date nights in a row.
I mean, if Hex goes up, another 2x, maybe I'll go.
Well,
but I don't want to spend my money right now.
Sell some of your bag to go. That's not fair.
No, man, I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. No.
I want to sell some of my bag, and then maybe I'll go. What the hell, man?
I mean, I have my cash, but I don't want to spend it, right? I want to use that to deploy. I don't want to dry that up.
It's $1,000. Spend $1,000. It's not a lot. It's buying deployment tickets. You guys are to stay in the same room. You don't have to buy 2 hotel rooms. At least I hope not. I mean,
I haven't looked into it at all, so I don't know how much any of this stuff costs.
Man. Nah, I haven't booked my.
We'll see. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, man.
I don't blame you. During winter, I wouldn't like to go to New York. That's for sure.
No.
I mean,
it doesn't.
I love.
I can't stand cold, man. Somehow.
Okay.
Give me the cold.
I work outside a lot, so.
I don't mind the cold.
Yeah,
I got some cool jackets I can use.
Yeah, I'm tired of this Puerto Rico heat, man. Get me out of this shit for a month. I would love it. I would
Roger
love
that. Yeah, we'll see.
Go ahead.
I definitely want to go to Vegas though, for the Pulse Chain thing. That'll be fun.
Next year.
Probably go to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't booked it or anything. We'll see. I mean, it's too far out for me to even try to start considering it. Yeah. October, I'm wrecked, man. I got 5 events I'm going to. I got 4 real estate events I got to go to. 1 in Cancun, which that'll be fun, and then the New York conference. So it's going to be, I'm going to be off the island a lot in October.
Nice.
So it'll be fun.
When are you going to invite Yash and I out to speak with you guys, huh?
Well, a lot of these events that we've been hitting up are like private masterminds where we pay $15K, $20K, and then they invite us on stage. And it's hard to bring guests to a lot of these. Now, the one in Texas, we got one in Texas right after the New York event. That one's open to the public, so it'll be about probably 300 people. This one is going to be about acquiring businesses, rolling them up, and selling them. It's kind of what you're.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's Carlos and his gang, right?
You know who I'm talking about, Carlos. But yes, it's them. They're having their own event now, and they're throwing it in Texas. We're going to sponsor it, so we'll be speaking on stage. And that one for sure, if you guys want to come out and hang out, and that will be a good one. That'd be a real good one because that's for the public.
Nice.
That's for the open. But like the Cancun one, man, you got to pay 25 racks to be part of that group. So
Man,
it's
I don't
like,
have a passport anyways, bro. It's okay.
man, you don't even freaking leave Florida, bro. Like you're dude, what is wrong with you? Come on. I hope Hex makes you a multi-freaking millionaire, dude. So you can go out and explore the world some, man. Get the hell
That'd
out
be
of
nice.
Florida,
Yeah.
dude. Jeez.
These
happened
days, you
to
don't need
the-
passport, man.
What happened to the fucking the cartel thing?
Dude, man,
That
that
meetup.
dude, poor. Well, our buddy Ricardo, like who does those events, you know, he's had a lot of problems down in Venezuela. He runs a business down there, guys, just to kind of fill it in. He runs a huge telecommunication operation for real estate investors. And the thing has just been a nightmare this last year. And so he suspended the not suspended, no, what's the word? He delayed, you know, the real estate event and the cartel meetup event too. So it's still on. We paid for that, and we paid for the next event. So we got both in the, you know, in the waiting wings, and we just haven't, you know, he's having a
Right.
rough year. So I like, you know, I know how it is to be an entrepreneur, dude. Like I let him, I'm like, hey, bro, like that's fine. Get your shit figured out. You know, just know I'm paid. Like I'm paid, bro. Like for this and this, right? Like so, when you're ready, you need to be calling us first. So
What's funny is the people that don't understand it just hear cartel and meetup.
I like that. What do you? This guy, kind of give you some context. He was one of the initial founding members of the Medellin cartel, the Cocaine Cowboys, and all that went down in Miami. He's reformed now, of course. Entrepreneur, God-loving man, family man, an amazing individual. You know, multi-millionaire, made ethically now. He lost all that, went to prison, The old money and the new money is different. And he does these events where you could come into his house and sit down with him and his friends, you know, for 2 days. And his wife will cook you food. And I mean, it's a whole intensive, like, mastermind. And that's what we're waiting on. We paid. It's out I think it's in Florida. I can't remember what city in Florida.
Yeah. It's on the coast somewhere.
I don't think it was a lot. I think we paid like $3,000 a person or something like that, or $3,000.
Yeah.
We got a deal. Maybe we got Dylan in for free. I can't remember what it was, but
I paid. I paid.
So we're waiting, man. We're waiting. And if we don't get it, like I'm gonna be knocking on the door, like, bro, like I need a refund. Like I'm cool with a refund. I'll just put that shit right in freaking pulse chain, right? Like,
Damn right.
So, what were you gonna say, Frank? You were starting to talk there.
I don't know. It's something about New York, you know, in the wintertime is kind of nice. And we talked about traveling. Dylan, you know, when I was 23, 22, I lived in Germany for 6 months and lived with a family, and also backpacked around Europe for 6 months. And I still honestly could backpack around Europe, even though I like to stay at nice hotels. But that, if you've not done travel, man, definitely put it on your list with your gains from this bull run to do. And just, it's amazing. I still probably talk about the experience of living in Germany and traveling around Europe several times a week. I mean, it made that much of an impact on me. And, you know, because when you live in a different country, it's a paradigm shift. You know, you're doing things, you know, when I worked there, it was just the coolest thing. So anyway,
you definitely want to do traveling. Yes, I cannot, you know, agree more, sir.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the best thing I've ever done with my money, to be honest with you, dude. Like when I started making a lot of money, it was just getting out and seeing the world. I mean, I've been all over Asia. I've been all over Central America, South America. It's awesome, man. And it's one of the greatest things I've ever done. And I'm going to keep doing it, right? Like we're going to Shanghai next year. I haven't been to Shanghai, even though that's where my wife's from. So we're going to go out there, hang out for a month or two, maybe meet up a Red Squirrel. He's going to be out in Hong Kong. That would be a blast. And Red Squirrel, I don't know about the caterpillar soup yet. I'm sure my wife will have some. But
that looks good, Dylan.
That is good. Yeah. Fast Abdul says you need to get your passport, you hillbilly.
I know. I know.
Yeah, and please don't bring your ammo with you or any other kind of paraphernalia or drugs.
But sir,
or like,
No bullet necklace. Not even a necklace with just one bullet.
Just
It's
try
a
to
cold
use your
bullet.
brain before you go out in the world. Just try to use the brain, a little bit. And
I've actually almost done that before, to be honest. I have the backpack that I used to go shooting with. I also used to go to pack stuff with, and I had some 9mm ammo in there one time when I was packing for Puerto Rico, I think once. And yeah, that would have been a problem. But I went through the bag and cleaned it all out. So
you wouldn't have gone to prison.
no, but I would have been like, TSA would have been like, dude, what are you doing, man?
I'll tell you my story, man. And I think I've told this before on stream. This was in the beginning of my real estate journey. So I was probably like a year or two in. I was still a raging alcoholic.
Boy.
Yeah. So I was wasted one night. We had this mastermind we had to go to in California the next day. And I live in Arizona. And so I used to when I used to go buy houses, I would go in person to their house and knock on their door. And I would sit down with the seller and I would ink the contract with the seller right there in person. That's how I used to buy all my houses in the beginning days or the early days. It all changed. It all turned virtual. But I used to carry a gun with me. I used to carry a Glock 45 with obviously loaded on all my appointments because you get scared in some of these houses, man. When you're in some of these crack houses and some of these people who are just effed up in the head and you're sitting with them and negotiating with them buying their house at a discount, you get a little bit anxious. And so I had my Glock I'd take everywhere with me. And then, one night, we were wasted and had to catch a 6 a.m. flight the next day. I forgot all about that gun being in my laptop bag. I went through TSA with it, dude. And I put it through the scanner. I go through and they pull me inside and they go, "Sir, do you have a gun in your bag?" I'm like, fuck.
Jesus.
I'm like, yes. Well, come over here. And so it wasn't huge. They fined me and then they said, okay, you can't get TSA pre-check for 5 years. I didn't lose the gun. Actually, I got to call a friend. The friend got to come down to the airport and pick up the gun for me. I was still able to travel that day, although I did miss that flight. I had to catch my next flight out. But yeah, so you're not going to go to prison for doing it, but it sucks ass. It does suck when you go through even in the United States with guns, ammo, or whatever. Obviously, if it's drugs, that's a whole nother story. You can go to prison. So, but yeah, that's my little my story with that. I need to get TSA pre-check now. I'm pretty sure I qualified. That was 8 years ago, 8 or 9 years ago now. So I'm sure I'm out of the system. So
that's fucking crazy, sir.
Yeah. What about you, Frank? You coming to New York?
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence.
Real easy for you.
I'm likely going to come. I mean, I pretty much go to all the events. I'm likely going to.
Yeah. That's an easy one for you, man. You're out in Chicago. You just take that flight up. And yeah, man, I'm excited to go. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna go to the Paul Shane conference thing. I'm not sure about that because literally, dude, I'm flying in. I want to make as much impact as possible as hanging out with you guys, right? Just getting out, having coffee with you guys, having lunch with you guys. If I could go in the courtroom, great. I will. I'll bring some nice clothes. If not, there's gonna be there's gonna be a few hundred of us out there. I don't think they're gonna fit more than 20 or 30 in the courtroom. I could be wrong, but I could see that being pandemonium. And yeah, so I'm not I'll bring some nice clothes just in case, whatever, right? And be on my best behavior. Yeah, Hex Monkey's gonna be out there, man. It'll be good to see you, man. I see you all at the events. It's awesome. Yeah, I know, Fast Abdul. I mean, I was just a drunken idiot. That's what it was, man. So,
well, hey, that's the interesting thing. Sometimes it takes a moment. Let's pivot here and get into some spiritual awareness, spiritual consciousness, right? Maybe that was a moment where all of a sudden your consciousness went up because you're like, what am I doing here? Or, maybe when you hit bottom with alcohol, I've talked about the scale of consciousness and 1 to 1,000. What do you call it? Alcoholics Anonymous calibrates at 540, which is unconditional love. So, you know, that's a great support group for people to get into that, you know, that's it. I know it's hard to break that cycle doing it alone, but when you get in a group, it's easier for you to maintain that cycle of not going back to alcohol, you know? So the group itself, the group dynamic is so powerful that that's what you go for. You know, you're there for that. It's highly spiritual. Anything above 500s, you know, loving, unconditional love, spiritual. And think about it. Dane just showed up at this time, and that is like a sign that we're going to elevate.
Oh man, he's back. Oh shit.
They got a guest appearance on the open mic show.
I didn't want to miss open mic today. Just got off speaking to a Corey and I we're dividing and conquering today. We have a real estate mastermind we're part of. So I just got off speaking to those guys. And I'm telling you, after speaking with the real estate guys, it is abundantly clear that we are in the best asset class known to man, that being cryptocurrency. It's a pleasure to be here with each of you guys today.
Yeah, and those guys aren't just like any real estate guys. Those guys are apartment syndicators. I mean, they're beast. They are.
You know what's
beast.
funny? Corey and Dane, there was this guy that called me to try and buy my house, right? And I asked him, I was like, what are you trying to do here? You trying to wholesale? He's like, yeah, I'm going to wholesale. I was like, well, man, you're scalping me here, buddy. Like, no. I was like, you know, Novations, you know what those are? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I know the guy who made that stuff. He's in crypto now. You should get in crypto too. He's like, oh, I have a little bit of Bitcoin and ETH. I was like, yeah, you need to get into crypto. Stop fucking around with this real estate shit, man. Come on. He's like, oh, okay. You know? It was really funny. Totally just started selling him on crypto. It was really funny.
That is great, man. I mean, he's at his point in his entrepreneur journey where he's in the hustle mode. He's in the grind mode. He's got to make that next deal work, or it's like,
yeah.
I remember those days all too well, man.
Yeah, really funny.
And I'm telling you guys, like, I think it's pretty bananas. And I'm sorry, Frankie, maybe you're on a roll there.
No,
it's crazy. Like, we were talking about it the other day in our community, like, to casually talk about doubling your money. You know, people are like, oh, like a 2x.
Hex just doubled. But go ahead.
It doubled in a week. Like, you know, it's bananas. You can't do that anywhere else. And I think being in crypto, I know I certainly, it gets easy to take things like that for granted, and it's bananas. So, you know, you don't need a 10,000x for this to be the best asset class in the world. Literally having the opportunity to double, triple, quadruple up. You can't do that anywhere else. And so it's awesome. It's incredible. It really is.
It's incredible. And, you know, to your point, Dane, there's a coin by the name of Nero that was kind of floating along at the bottom, and then it did like an 80x. I have on my CoinGecko.
Was that one listed on BNB that they snuck in there on Binance?
I'm looking here. Market cap 350 million. I don't know what it's on. I can't even hold on. Oh, wait, hold on.
I know there was one that snuck in there. I'm pretty sure it was one of those Nero ones. I'm not sure if it was a fork or the original, but I think that was one of the ones they snuck in there.
I mean, that is just mind-boggling. I mean, think about it. Even just somebody putting a couple $100 in 2 times, that's $16,000, right? And from a couple $100 investment, that's the kind of stuff that, and I've said this before, is that people don't know this, but when you get that high, that euphoria, that's a very spiritual feeling, and people stay for the spiritual feeling and hope to get it back. So, you know, I don't know how you could not do an 80x in like a week. I think it was 7 days, and not feel euphoric and get some type of spiritual value out of being in crypto.
Even if you put $100 in there, you're still going to feel euphoric.
Crazy.
Just imagine how Dylan will feel when P-Dye pegs.
I mean,
bet me. Bet me.
I'm not betting on that.
Sir, I wouldn't touch that bet with a 10-pin pull. In fact, I would bet on your side. I would take your side. So people end up betting you if you find somebody. Let me know, because I might actually throw some liquidity up on that one too, because that's probably a pretty easy bet.
Yeah. Bet me.
Yeah.
Send your P-Dye guys here to bet me.
Now, what about EHEX, my friend? Because I'm telling you, you guys are wrong about EHEX. EHEX is
are
not
we?
going anywhere. It is not going anywhere, and I that one there. What do you think? You still bearish?
I think it'll be volatile. Yes. Will it do well? I don't know, man. Will it perform better than PHEX? Probably not. That's my take.
From the bottom. From the bottom of EHEX and the bottom of EHEX, this bottom that we had, you think PHEX will have more X's than EHEX from the very bottom?
Well, I mean, EHEX's liquidity is
it went a lot deeper than PHEX too. You got to remember that. It went a lot deeper. I like that you're actually thinking about it now, and you're not quick to because I know a lot of the guys were like, they were quick to FUD it. And
well, I mean, you think about it, right? There's guys that'll try and flip back and forth between the two.
Sure.
Like there's this one wallet that bought a shitload of PHEX that swaps back and forth between the two, like a schizo every day. It's crazy.
Does he make money?
I don't know. I haven't checked.
Be interesting to know if he makes money off that trade.
He could have made money. He was buying at like 3.4, and now it's at 2.8 or something, right? Ratio.
Right.
But he's still he goes back and forth. It's crazy. The guy does it. It's crazy. So I mean, yeah, people will trade the ratio. Do I think that it'll be one EHEX is worth 2 PHEX? No. Do I think 1 PHEX is worth 2 EHEX? Sure. Maybe it'll go back down to 5. Maybe it'll go to 3. Maybe it'll go to 1.5. I don't know. But I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be volatile because there's extremely low liquidity. But
I'm not in the camp of parity, but I am in the camp that I think EHEX has a chance of doing more X's than PHEX from the bottom. From the bottom.
Sure, on certain time frames, yeah. But do I think it'll, it moves
like a meme coin. It's like a meme coin now. Like it could freaking moon like a meme coin because it's got such low liquidity, and it went so deep, man. I mean, it was like what was it? 4 zeros or 3? What did it go down to? I can't remember anymore. But it went down there, man. And
sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I threw a couple bullets down there, so
I just don't think that guys with serious capital really want to invest in that. They just rather buy PHEX, to be honest. So that's just my thought.
Maybe. I don't know, man. You got people like what's his face? God, what's his name? He sold his bag once. RH tweeted the EHEX FUD tweet. Martini guy, because you got these guys who are on Ethereum who they don't really give a shit about Pulse Chain. Like all they care about is stacking up some assets in their portfolio. They're the guys who are like, the 50 best picks today, guys. Here's my 50 best pick portfolio that make massive gains in the bull run. And I can see those guys adding in Hex, but Hex from Ethereum on that 50 pick, right? Because this is what they know from last cycle. They're not going to want to go over to Pulse Chain. They're not going to want to go over and, I don't know, man. I'm starting to I watch a lot of course, Johnny Chaos's content, and I think he has a lot of solid points. I think Johnny Chaos has a lot of solid points, dude. So, I don't know. I'm more bullish on EHEX than I am P-Dye. I'll tell you that. I have a small bag of P-Dye. I got a small bag of it. But I might actually make some bets on EHEX. That one there, I'm like.
Have you guys looked at the wallets? Any of this buy pressure from any of the OA wallets, or is this all user fed buying?
Looks like a couple days ago we had fresh money from exchanges come over the bridge and then just buy a bunch of Hex. And some other it bought Pulse, Pulse X and Ink, but mostly X.
Okay.
20K rips.
How much total do you know?
That one was 350K.
Yeah, there's
Corey,
been,
you muted.
Corey.
I mean, there's been, we go look at the data, but I mean, there's been multiple millions that have come across in the last week or so.
What exchange though did it come from, Dylan? Do you know?
Coinbase. And then I think another one came from some other. I don't know the wallet. It was just like a fucking random wallet from an exchange that wasn't listed on Etherscan or whatever. I think. So, yeah, could be just OGs returning, coming back home, I guess.
That's what I think it is. I really do. I think they see the writing on the wall a little bit, and they're starting to. And other wells who might have been having an eye on us for a while now, right? Like they want to get involved, they're interested, but they don't want to catch the falling knife, right? And that's what I think it is too. Yeah, I do. I mean, there are big players who like our stuff.
Yep.
Like Nick Cherry. Bro, listen to this, Dylan. Dude, what a okay. So you know that the trust guy who I bring on the show.
The trust guy.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been watching the show. You don't have to pay taxes between your crypto and real estate.
Okay, I missed that one.
You defer your taxes, right? You might want to watch it, dude. It's good. Like if you don't want to move to Puerto Rico and you're not like planning on buying 10 Lamborghinis this cycle, and you want to keep your money working for you, it could work really well for you. And you know, anybody, it's a trust where you could sell crypto, go into real estate or any other asset. It doesn't matter. Not pay taxes. The taxes are deferred, and then you can go back in to crypto again, like at the bottom of the next cycle, right? And it's still again not pay any taxes. They're deferred, and you have the freedom to pull money out when you want. Now, when you pull money out, you got to pay taxes because it's self-enriching, but you only pay taxes on the money you're pulling out. And that's what makes it really powerful. And so there's a show about a week or two ago. I brought him on. His name is Chris. He was on for an hour, explained the whole deal. I can't answer all the hard questions. He can. And we'll have him back on the show again, too. I'm going to have him on like once a month. But like he knows Nick Cherry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Nick Cherry was buying this freaking like $5 million or $10 million mansion. And he met him there, and like it's crazy, dude.
Well, he did. So he went and he bought this, like Corey said, he bought this house that's like 5,000 square foot, and then did a basement addition for, I believe, an indoor basketball court, a movie.
Bro, what?
An indoor basement addition. So to give you guys some perspective, if you're not that familiar with real estate, to go build above ground on the mainland in many. Now, once again, markets are going to vary widely, but, you know, you're going to go build above ground square foot for anywhere between like $150 in cheaper markets to like, I mean, it can be a bananas, clear up to 1,000 or more per square foot to go and build. And that addition, if you do an underground, so essentially they had to go dig under the house, then they had to support the foundation. Then they had to go and build all the infrastructure. I mean, that's easily $1,000 a square foot type of addition. Like that is stupid expensive. Bananas.
That is
dude, it's funny that he did this.
You know, you gotta sell some hex to do that type
That's
of
Yeah, it's
crazy,
funny he
man.
did this after he capitulated.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like we paid for his upgrades.
That's wild, man. Wow. So that address is actually Nick Cherry, huh? That's crazy.
It appears to be. Yeah, it appears to
Wow.
be.
That's crazy. Yeah, so there was a connection between that address to a wall on OpenSea that said Nick Cherry. Okay, that's how we found it. So,
Okay.
but anyways,
That's cool.
Yeah. He told Chris, he's like, yeah, I've been working for Coinbase, or I think it was Coinbase, since like day one. I have a bunch of stock in, you know, from the ground up. Like, and I mean, obviously, I bought Bitcoin, I bought Ethereum, and he's telling Chris the whole story. And,
nice. Wow,
Yeah.
That was cool.
that's fucking crazy.
Small world, dude. I told Chris, I'm like, dude, freaking introduce us to him, and we'll sell him in our community, and then we'll onboard him back.
Yeah,
We'll onboard him back in, dude.
you're back in here. I'm like, what? Oh, brother, that's crazy.
Oh, that'll be so much fun, dude. Cool, guys. We've been going an hour now. I got to grab some lunch before I go pick the kids up. And then me and Dane have a master class today where we're teaching new guys. I'm talking
Nice.
brand new, the basics of crypto. I mean, the very basics. This stuff is like simple stuff. And when they come and hang out with us, guess where we put them, guys? Right here in Pulse Chain. So,
Thank
any
you for your
last parting
service.
words, guys? Nothing.
Hang in there.
It's
It's
easy
been
to
fun.
do, Frank, when the falling knife is done. Right? It's easier to do. Now, it doesn't mean we're not going to get downward pressure. Like we could go up and have 80% drop. I mean, Hex did that, 13 times on the way up. Oh, it's 10,000x. But it's just nice to know that the DCAs that we've been doing are finally I'm done. Frankly, I'm done. I'm done DCAing. So unless we have, like I said, if we go back and do a double bottom, then that will be a forced DCA. I'll be a forced hand DCA.
The market will force you to buy some more.
It would be painful. I'd have to call the freaking IRS and be like, guys, can you take your payments in December?
Yeah. Fucking A.
A lot of people are in that boat, I think.
Yeah, dude. I still have the. I was telling people earlier. I have my payments, from last year before I moved to Puerto Rico. That I got to make due on. So, but they're due by October 15th. So,
Yeah, I also have that date written down.
yeah, and most people have that. But then once that's done, dude, I'm like, you get the hell out of my life, guys.
No time.
Like, it's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Pulse has already had a double bottom though, right? So
Pulse. Yeah.
is there how many times?
I don't think it's going to go down and do it. I don't think
Triple
Hex is
bottom,
going to go down and do a double bottom. I don't think it's going to. But I mean, dude, I'm wrong all the time, Frank. I'm just a dude in the internet. Maybe we do a triple bottom. I don't know, right? I mean, and if we don't, great, because I am freaking exhausted. Great, let's go. So Dylan can make some more rap songs. We can publish them. Be first to publish them on air when he's making them. Make sure to let me know, bro. We'll play any new releases that you have coming out.
Very base, sir. Thank you.
So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to grab lunch. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Remember, guys, the only way you're going to 10x your portfolio is if you 10x the value you bring in life. That's how you could come in and 10x your portfolio and then use crypto's leverage to 10x your life. Come on, guys. Let's go. Smash the likes. Hit the subscribe for me. Please boost the algorithm into the atmosphere. We want to keep bringing the good word of wealth creation, wealth preservation, and not paying a 3-letter agency. They're not your friend. They're not your business partner. And they definitely didn't invest with you and take the risk. Remember that, guys. Guys, touch some grass this weekend. We love you all. You guys make the community. Peace.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. See ya. All the best.